Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is Starters Order 7, and in a crazy world, we're going to set off on a brand new season for a bit of fun and games. We've got everybody booked in to a race, and I think we should be kind of good on most of them. I'm not sure on a couple of distances and what I have to do, but yeah, kind of just want to get into it and head over to a couple of Maidens of Santa Anita. Looks like free dive is a little cool, but we take it anyway. 1.25 lengths. But yeah, running coolly. Looks like Virginia Overdrive ran green as a 5 furlong. So I'm going to say I think free drive might be a 6 because otherwise we don't win that race. So yeah, with them running green, we don't win. Kind of interesting. We got another 5 here for Lock Scoop. We're not running green here. And yeah, no extra. Took the lead and then fell off. Probably didn't have the pace. I'm going to say, yeah, 6 furlongs as well there. So we are just testing, but I kind of wanted to get in early runs as much as I could. And I do think those are both just 6 furlong horses. I feel that's probably the best thing to say about that. One thing we always talk about is how we don't go and win at South Africa early. So we're heading to Kenilworth to run to run the Sun Met, where Mysterious Trader came 6th last year. So we're running Mana Lurker in this one, who may now be 4, but is still the youngest horse or joint youngest horse in this field. We are the top rated and favourite, and we are going to be tipped with the Leia Kiss, who's the other young horse. Brit looks like they're sweating bad. Everyone looks good. Last year's winner, Quila Keller, is back again. I don't know. There wasn't much early season to run, so I figured let's come back to Kenilworth for a Sun Met and try it as a 4-year-old, but a mile 2 class 1 grade 1 for 3-year-olds and older on the turf. And your 2 favourites are the 3-year-olds, but we know how difficult it is. It's even more difficult if you fall asleep in the stalls, Mana Lurker, you son of a gun. Move your bloody legs and get up that field. Wow. I hate that. That's the worst start I've seen on a horse in the race. We're going to be lurking with a bunch of horses. Queen Leclerc, last year's winner, in the lead by about 1.5 lengths. A Leia Kiss just on our inside, yeah, that 3-year-old. And yeah, we're moving backwards all the time after a very poor start. I don't even know if I want to watch this. Like, it's just so infuriating. We're going to come up the outside, we're going to move into first, and we're going to win the race. But, like, I don't want to watch races like that where we start poorly, we go and sit as kind of a stalker, then we drift back into the pack, then we drift back as a rear marker, then have to go outside and almost get blocked off, and come all the way on the inside and basically only run for 2.5 lengths. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I don't want to sit here and watch it. I think that was a terrible run, but a good win. Yeah, terrible run, good win. I probably should have challenged earlier, right? I mean, we got extra distance, but I wanted a mile 2, and it's telling me the distance ideal. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that a mile 2 is ideal. You're not. A mile 3 was ideal. A mile 4 is what I've got you running. Don't tell me a mile 2 is ideal. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Surfer Dude Good 2-year-old season, very short. Basically, was going to be over race, but he is ready to run. Won his maiden, not by much. Won his Sistema, not by much. Won the Premier Champion, pretty big win there. And then the Champagne went and dominated. So, kind of interesting. Only ever ran the maiden in the Northern Hemisphere and in America. We got an Ellerslie, a Greyville, a Randwick, now a Kenilworth. It's the Queen's Plate. Always liked this race. Always felt it was the most winnable. We look okay. Once carrying condition, we are tipped. We should be winning. We should be favourites, and we are. Now we need to go out and prove it, though. 1 mile, Queen's Plate, Class 1, Grade 1 for 3 rows upon the turf for Kenilworth. And hopefully we don't fall asleep in the stalls. And oh my Jesus. I hope you're enjoying. I've had a lot of comments in the past about how much you enjoy watching my horses get blocked off and start pulling, get pink triangles. It's more fun to watch me kind of having to react to poor performances. But yeah, this is about as bad as it gets. Yeah, I'm not watching. I'm not watching. I'm not even reading. I don't care. I'm done. That was a terrible start and just a terrible race. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Easy Red, the Mallorca. Little lazy, cool. Dwell in the gates. I dare you. I dare you to dwell in the lates. Class 1. Oh, look, they got away fine. Teach your stablemates how to do that. Come on, Red. Teach them how to do that. Or teach them how to dug. One or the other, I don't care which. Yeah, the Mallorca Class 1, Grade 1, 1 mile. We're already off to an infuriating start. I don't need this in my life right now. I don't need this. Quinn Hughes just got traded to the Minnesota Wild. I don't need this. Oh my God, I shouldn't have slowed down. I shouldn't have slowed down the game. Me slowing down the game has slowed down the race. The Red's gonna get buried. Yeah, okay. I don't need this. I just wins a maiden, but only because the horse ran green. Comes third. And Manaluka comes in to win in the worst run race I've ever won. Surfer Dude just was abysmal, and Easy Red just got wrecked. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. Unowned Crown. Mountain Climber. Come on, win by a lot. Yeah, okay. Whew, I got one. Georgie held on. That's not kind of what you want to see. 4 lengths. Okay, we got 2. We got 2 decent runs. We got 2 decent runs. Got 2 decent runs. Shot in. Double. Hong Kong Gold Cup. Youngest horse in the field. Best horse in the field. Tipped horse. And slightly agitated with that pink triangle. We are off and running today, ladies and gentlemen. What a season ahead we might have. Class 1, Grade 1, Mile 2, 3 rows and older on the turf. Sha Tin, Hong Kong. Oh. You ever have one of those days where you don't want to wake up? Everything sucks. And you don't really know why, but you want to, like, justify kind of, ripping someone's head off or something like that, Don't want any human contact. Anyone interacts, probably a lifelong contract, so, best bets to stay away, really. Double Trouble on the outside, going to try and come through, but Humidor Sport is making a real go of this. On the inside, Scenario Divas is holding on. The Grey is there trying to stay. And right towards the line, Humidor and Double Double just so close. We didn't get the job done. Oh. What are you booked in for the Pegasus? Oh my god. No. The booking schedule went all kinds of crazy, I guess. Yeah, okay, so yeah. So I don't know why I skipped you or how I skipped you, but I did. I guess because Oliver was running a maiden. I saw the maiden. I didn't really see, but yeah, so it's okay. We didn't miss anything. Fourth place and like not even one horse finishing behind Linguini Cartel. Um, yeah, wonderful. Like 4 wins, 5 wins at the maidens, 3/3 in a second. It's not the worst, but it just, yeah, there's not a lot to love early on here, but lots of improvement to come, sure. The 3-year-olds, Easy Red being the best with a third place finish. Soul Speaker coming fourth, 3.5 lengths back, almost getting up to third. Almost. But yeah, having no chance with the winners. It's a little rough. Surfer Dude, yeah, don't really want to talk about that one too much. Not the best in the world, and Linguini just. Yeah. I don't have much more to say about it than that. The 4-year-olds, Manaluka won. They won the summit. It was ugly. It was horrible. I hated it, but we won. Double double, short-headed out for the Gold Cup over in Hong Kong. I hate the result. It was a better run, but okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you just love it? Like when stuff like that happens, I know you're trying to like question everything and trying to think to yourself, well, is it okay? Is it not? Like, what are we doing? Is it something I need to do to try and fix it? Is it just kind of where it's gonna be, or like I don't love any of it. I don't love any of it. We're not getting good results in. I don't feel good about most of these races. And I mean, I can't really do anything about them, really, can I? So let's try and get the maiden wins. Possible stud bud yeah, blah 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 blah. Stud booking. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to be breeding my own horses until like February anyway. So that's fine. But I'm also delaying a race which is fastly approaching that we don't really want to get to. Okay, a solid start for Long Scoop, but not amazing. Unknown Crown. There we go. Big win. Big win. I'm feeling better about my 2-year-olds already. But yeah, leave your comments down in the section below. How enjoyable is it for you to watch when I'm going through these things? And when you can tell just like how soul crushing a race is? Because I know some of y'all do enjoy that, but I'd like to hear from like the wider audience. Surely that's got to be more entertaining than watching me win all the time, but it's not for me. I quite enjoy winning all the time. I'd much rather do that, but I'm guessing for you guys, a little loss and craziness at times can really be more entertaining, right? Ah, I don't feel good about these two either. I don't know why. Blue triangle, win. Okay, not exactly right though, apparently. Just not super useful feedback and tight wins are kind of nuts. I guess we're kind of okay. Everybody's got a maiden at the second time of answer. We didn't run green. We got some high ratings here from these two, and 2-year-olds are going to be fine. The 3-year-olds, I've got all the questions and none of the answers right now. And one of those questions, of course, is who's a triple crown horse, and what triple crowns? But like ultimately, who's my Kentucky Derby horse? Because Lingolini just doesn't look like it right now. Easy Red had a fine season last year, but yeah, that race wasn't convincing. And we don't have any stamina indications as well. Soul Speaker, fine season last year. That was far from impressive as well. But again, the ratings are kind of vaguely holding. We lost 1 point in one and kept the same in the others, really. Surfer Dude, just maybe that's just bad runs. Maybe we've got to change some stuff. Maybe they're all 7 furlongs. Too many maybes for 3-year-olds when we've got like 3 months really to make our mind up who's running Kentucky Derby. That's where we lie on it. Double Manalurka, okay. At least we know who they are and what they're doing, and I'm guessing, yeah, that we did just breed with somebody there. I think that's a really, really low price. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That should be through the roof, right? 140 rated, 14 Group 1 winners, 4-year-old, just an absolutely monster horse. And I don't mean breeding with other horses and improving the general blood stock. That's fine. But I kind of want more than $1,700 a cover. That's mad. Like that's just nuts. Okay, game is out there to hit me hard to begin this one, and nothing would hit me harder than a big loss here, dropping my rating down to like say 127 with a big loss. The last horse to run If we don't win this race, we're actually 50% for the season. And considering that we had 11 of those as maidens, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. I need this to go well. I need this to go well to feel good about my horses and good about myself and everything else. Mysterious Trader in the Pegasus World Cup. Highest rated, favorite, youngest horse. We never know with that one. We are the only horse to be tipped, and we look good. Nobody looks too bad. Sandridge a little calm. Everybody else is just fine. For those of you that thought that the Pegasus World Cup was being held at Gulfstream Park, Florida, well, surprise, this year Gulfstream Park has been relocated up to Canada by the looks of things, because we got 8 runners out of 11 from north of the border. Okay? Wow. Yeah, I don't know some of them that well, but I know a couple as decent runners to good runners. Part of what I feel could be a little bit of an issue depending on distance. I'm not really sure about any of the others then outside of Kit Kat Surprise, who we know fairly well. I do think probably once a touch more distance. They're coming down, part of us coming up. Technically, we should probably be on distance. I do feel we're slightly over distance. I am going to jockey order this to challenge earlier. Out Cold won this from Butley, and that was 1.5 lengths. That was 1.4. So, okay, let's see if we can do it again. Beat the Canadians. The Pegasus World Cup, the opening race of the trio, 1 mile 1 furlong, Class 1, Grade 1 race for 4-year-olds and older on the Durf track in Florida at Gulfstream Park. The Canadian invasion has definitely begun again. 8 runners from the Great White North. Only 3 domestics to run. But one, of course, is Mysterious Trader, who's out okay in the middle of the pack to begin with. Kit Kat Surprise, the most dangerous Canadian to the front. Muscari Monks, Ginto English, Embrace Pavador, and then Caressing Conduct. A little 2x2 action behind the leader. And Kiss Me Celebrate and Musnad Sandridge, as well as us, just up next. We're making our way round the outside. We join the 4 Stalkers. Muscari now coming up on the leader and dropping off, and we are going for it then inside the final furlong. We're going to fly past Kit Kat Surprise. We're going to take this Kisma Celebrate with a lovely run, storming up into third, not far off second. Kit Kat Surprise holds on, and we will take that. American 1-3, which, considering we only had 3 horses in a Canadian field, is kind of impressive. Kisma Celebrate, great run there. But yeah, a good 3-length win over a good horse in Kit Kat, and we do get this done. Oh, and I will take it. I will take it after everything we've gone through in this opening start. Hey, we gain a single rating point, but 134. But hey, a win's a win, a win is a win is a win. And what a way to round off the first round of races. Puts us in contention for a 140. Allows us to do the trio. The 4-year-olds running okay. Those 3-year-olds, a little rough start. We're going to have to figure that out. And the 2-year-olds, like I say, we may not have been impressive very much, but they kind of got the job done as a group very quickly. And I will 100% always take that. Always take that. Um, yeah, I do have the 4-year-olds booked out for the season. I didn't book the 3-year-olds out because I figured their distance is going to jump and I don't kind of know where and how I want to ride those horses right now. But I do think that it's difficult to judge early on. We went a mile behind, right? Started poorly, didn't run great, dropped off. Youngest horse in the field. South Africa early year. It doesn't say that we were off distance. Breeding indicator says 7. Pure Adventure really was a mile. Cold Quest really was a mile to a mile 1. I would err on the side of caution and say a mile 1 is where we're going to top out. So maybe 7 is right. Kind of ran a mile good and we got a spot on at Randwick. I am just wondering though, with 7 furlongs, I've only got yeah, I've got 2. I got the Diva, or I got the Chestnut. It's not exactly amazing. Again, we've run well at 7 and a mile with Soul Speaker, so you kind of got to think there. Same distance back, 3.5 lengths. No extra, dropping back slightly. Probably more sustained. Trip appeared to suit well. Um, yeah, you feel that probably that's another mile. You do feel that maybe that's another mile. And there aren't any Philly grade 1s, there's only another grade 3. Okay, so one at a mile, one just over a mile. This is the most confident miler I think I've got. Um, but yeah, that potential just is so disappointing. So disappointing. Kind of confident in you at a mile as well. The only one I think might not be a mile is Surfer Dude. I feel maybe that is 7. I kind of think Soul Speaker is a mile, but could be 7. Easy Red and Linguini, I just think are a mile. I don't know who I want to book where. going back to South Africa early on in the season is kind of like asking to get beaten up, really. I really don't like it, but that might just be the best races. And what, for all four of them we challenged earlier? We earn the side of them maybe being a little up from where I think they are. Should challenge later because I think they're more likely to be 7 furlongs, but I don't know. I just don't like what I'm seeing or what's kind of there. I don't know. Who's going to run the Sistema? Who's going to run the Sistema? It should be a one race runner. Mountain Climber, if we're off distance, could. If we're not off distance, yeah, it depends really, because the only difference would be, are we challenging earlier or not? Oliver had a decent win at 7, at 6. Free dive. I just don't think's 5 furlong. So could be a good fit, but we've got nothing showing that we should trust that horse. And our biggest winner at 6 was Desert Nomad. I think they get the shout. I think Desert Nomad deserves to get a shout. Yeah, I think so. So they're both going to Ellerslie. Okay, that's fine. Ellerslie on the 6th, Flemington on the 25th. And then the Abdulaziz for the big race, and then Turfontaine in early March for me to cry and have a breakdown. Yeah. These South African races, man, they are tough. They didn't used to be. All of a sudden now, this season just continues the trend of the last few years, but we're not getting things done. Okay, New Zealand, Ellerslie, double, Born Crusher. Ice Queen took it last year by 3 lengths. We know we can win. We're not the youngest horse. We are top rated form horse. Tipped quite a lot. We look okay. Okay, we're very fit. We're second favourite. Adonalave is the favourite and also tipped slightly, but 1 mile 2 furlong, Bone Crusher, Class 1, Grade 1 for 3-year-olds on the turf track in New Zealand. Right-hand turns on this track, running clockwise, inside draw, and off to an okay start. Miko Tells with a good jump and pushes up to the lead. Adon Alive is in the mix there. Serafina West takes over the lead right now. The 3 Yellow Silks are up there. So we got Mittens and Defector Troy on the inside. Maurice From on our outside. In between us, Scenic Waltz and Levante Bussy and Kalamansky Brits at the rear of the pack right now. We're tight against the rail. We have horses on our outside. We have a gap to step into above us, and we're going to take advantage of that fact to not get blocked out. 1.5 down to the final furlong then. We need a rocket ship, and we do have one double coming through at double speed. A Don Alive on the inside, making it a race. But we're going to push through. Swigert up into third place. Swigert coming through into second. A Don Alive drops. Double, Bone Crusher. Not a huge margin of victory, but it is a win. It's not the 129 that we wanted. It's not the 129 that we wanted. Okay. Sistema. 6 furlong. Class 1. Grade 1 for 2-year-olds upon the turf. Again, New Zealand. Ellerslie. Right-hand turn. Clockwise. First test for a 2-year-old, and it's a solid start in the middle there for Desert Nomad going out towards the lead. Will Chase is there, dropping back now. Jeanette Conquest just in beside us. Signing Post Meester getting reclaimed by the pack, and the rest of them are all staying together. 1.5 down to the final furlong. The pack is coming through. Fleeting Naninsa going for this. Sending Post Mister has pulled up with an injury. Half a furlong from home. The pack is closing. Naninsta is just there. The trio of Ballistic Shopper and Feeling. Oh my God, those 3 silks of Andrew Scott all in the mix. Mister pulled up with an injury. He takes 3rd, 4th, and 5th anyway. That's 34,000 in prize money. But we get 120 for the win. 2 lengths, 102 rating, a good maiden, and a grade 1. Already where we want to be, and pretty much filled out that potential. Desert Nomad. Hey, you can go out to grass. You can go out to grass. That's absolutely fine. You've done everything I needed you to do this season. Congratulations. 100 rating, a grade 1 win, full potential. Desert Nomad, again, a colt out in the field very early on, but 2 from 2 and doing okay. Miss Innocent. Yikes. Only a week. Okay, I thought that might be a bit longer, but absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Yeah, I think I cancelled. I think I cancelled the race at the World Cup, right? The Pegasus World Cup. I wonder if it wasn't for the Pegasus World Cup itself. I wonder if it was for like the World Cup turf or something. Because I did go book those on other people, and I just realized we didn't actually race that. So, yeah, my brain just saw Pegasus and was like, wrong horse, let's cancel. Yeah, I think that's very, very possible I did that. So, I'm not helping things. Things aren't starting well sometimes, but I'm not helping things at the same time. Yeah, okay. Let's just skip ahead then to the next lot of races, and we've got big day out. Big day out. Big day out. Flemington, Australia. The Guineas for Soul Speaker. Nobles Oblige won this last year, 2 3/4 lengths. We've got a field of 8. We are not among the favourites at all. Salt Lucidity is definitely the horse they think needs to be beaten. Couple of horses don't seem to be in the best of condition. We've got a lazy horse in Axiom Live. Gatepost Lamp is boiled over. But Salt Lucidity and ourselves just seem fine. And we will be the horses to beat. A poor opening day run from us kind of put Soul Speaker behind the 8 ball, as it were. But first of 2 races today, if I got to sacrifice one to guarantee the other, then this would go in the bin. For the Australian Guineas, 1 mile, Class 1 Grade 1 for 3-year-olds upon the turf track at Flemington. Fabulous Flemington. A solid start from Soul Speaker. Gatepost Lamp up to the front. Joined now by Speed Pleasant, Ancient Hand, just bridging the gap and dropping back to ourselves, and Salt Lucidity side by side. And in your exit, Penton and Axiom Live next with Cashabel L, and Ancient Hand now pulling up with an injury. We are moving. We almost got blocked off there. Final 1.5 furlongs. Salt Lucidity by about half a length. By a short head from us. And we're going to push out over the final furlong. They might come back into this half a furlong, quarter of a furlong, 3/4 of a length between us. And Soul Speaker takes it. The disrespect not being favourite was felt. The blip in the opening race erased, and beating a good horse in Salt Lucidity. Soul Speaker with a very nice run and takes that one quite nicely. They stay on 119. We stay on 120. We did what we needed to do and no more, apparently. But it's a good win. And I'm glad I didn't mess about with the challenge earlier later. I was really thinking about it. I decided not to. Trusting instead, of course, that first one was a bit more of an issue. The Surfer Dude didn't race much as a 2-year-old. Bad start as a 3-year-old. I really need him to do something here. I'm probably again just going to let him run natural. We are lowest weight apart from one. We are by far the youngest horse. We're not favourite. We're not tipped. But again, a couple of horses look fitter, including the favourite, who is overwhelmingly tipped, Impel Valentine. Optimist is agitated. Township is calm. Alaba and Cheese, who doesn't look amazing, is the only horse that doesn't have an issue in the paddock beside ourselves. So we're just going to let Surfer Dude run in the Mickey B. Diva. And I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. McCabe Diva, something like that. Who really knows? If you do, let me know. 1 mile, Class 1, 3-year-olds and up on the turf. Really, really want this one. And it's a bit of a late start again from Surfer Dude on the inside. Going to move up a little, but then drift back. Not against the rail. Going to give ourselves a shot to go around the outside. A little bit of a closer with Bona Dawn there. Alab and Cheese, the other horse, which looked good in the paddock, just on our outside. Up to Dwight's Township, Trigger Optimist, Impel Valentine, just in second place now. And Fiction Girls is there. We are kind of struggling to make our way through the back markers, though. Up into third place, charging on. Fiction Girls doesn't look like they're going to be caught into second place. And Impel Valentine does take the race. I really wanted this one, but it's now two kind of disappointing races back to back. And I don't really... I don't really know what the way forward is for Surfer Dude. We are feeling potential. I definitely think there's a distance issue. See, some of the feedback we've had poor runs before that I could work off. Gives me a little bit more than I'm getting here. I don't know if we're off distance and in which direction. I don't know if it's a low confidence and enthusiasm issue. I don't know if it's just unlucky or bad runs. I feel like we're not closing fast at the end or past the line. So I don't feel like we're looking for a little more distance. So I probably shouldn't challenge early. But we don't seem to have the raw pace that I'd expect to challenge later. Surfer Dude feels so 7 furlongs to me. It just completely feels like a 7 furlong horse. I can't make an argument too much, either way, but out of 7 furlongs, 1 mile, 1 mile, 1, from those two runs, I've got to go 7 furlongs. Who else hasn't got a win? Easy Red, but not a bad run. Lingualini was just like a terrible race and maybe is not indicative. Fifth and third, something's off there. Like that's all I can go with. Something is off there. Okay. Open up with an Nagi Motors Cup. 4. There we go. Double, double. We do get a blue triangle. We are favorite. We are young. We are high rated. We are form. We are tipped. We look okay. Just a little calm. Langoustine Patty is calm. Save Flint is a bit lazy. And Barley Martin up on is a bit agitated. So, yeah. Kind of an interesting mix. I don't know where the threat's going to come from. Underleap Salt, maybe, but they haven't shown a ton. Should be a good horse. Save Flint, maybe, but grade 2 and have their issues. Domestically, Ephelite Kumtudu, maybe. Maybe a surprise. Kumtudu did well last year. I'd be surprised if it's not them salting me as 1, 2, 3 somewhere. Save Flint could, but I don't think they've got a good run with that blue triangle. Yeah, I think I challenged earlier. I still think I'm up on distance. I think I've got that advantage over these horses slightly. I think we got a lot of 1 mile 1 that can kind of bridge to a mile 2. We're still coming down from a mile 2.5 to a mile 3, so we're right on. We can challenge earlier, get that extra pace. Maybe that gets rid of the laziness. Big race, double, double. I don't know. I feel fairly good about this one. So the night racing in Saudi Arabia, then, the King Abdulaziz racetrack, the mile 210-yard Nagi Motors Cup, Class 1 Grade 1 for 4-year-old and olders on turf. The first of 2 races today. the main event still to come, but Double rides this one and has a solid chance. Is the favourite right in the middle of the field. Out of the gates okay, and then moves up, dropping into the pack though at the back. We do have Saviour Daney and Elfide Come Tudu just in behind Ballymartin upon and Leap Salt on their own, just ahead of the pack. Starcraft Troop, Langoustine Patty, Save Flint, Compton Spirit, Uproar, and Sermon's Treasure all in the mix. Double already getting blocked off, having to come outside and going round the outside of Salt, going round the outside of Denny, outside of Comturu, chasing down Ballymartin up on. We've got 1.5 furlongs to go on the inside. Comduru still making a bit of a move. Dene holding on. We've got Patty and Flint. Salt still back. Up now at the half a furlong, and Ballymartin upon is falling back. Double striding out. Gonna take the motors here. Good win to open up our meeting at the Saudi Cup. And the Nagi Motors Cup goes to Double. Not the cleanest run, not the best run, not the most impressive run, but good run overall, and wins the race by a couple of lengths. We liked that. We didn't feel very comfortable. Gotta say, Under Leap Salt, a little more kind of expected there. I'm a little disappointed. Flint did come up, Kunturu came up. Savadene did okay, but yeah, we felt fairly comfortable in that one. I don't mind that at all. I think that's fairly good. And then we got all these little races before we get to our main event. And Kit Kat Surprise is back again. Not only that though, Butley Alayam did come in third last season to Out Cold. I haven't seen them in a little minute. Kiss Me Celebrate back again. And Normandy Whoople from Canada. Another solid horse with 3 domestics that we don't know that well. We are favourites. We are the top rated. We're the form horse. We're the tipped horse. We look okay in the paddock, and there are some other issues. Normandy Whoople is a little lazy, so we'll have to see how they get on. But yeah, always a surprise from the domestics. Never see it coming. But again, if this isn't a 1-2 of me and Kit Kat with Butley fighting Celebrate for third, then I'll be slightly surprised. I would be slightly surprised. Second race and the main event of the Saudi Cup meeting at the King Abdulaziz racetrack in Saudi Arabia. It's the 1 mile, 1 furlong Saudi World Cup, Class 1, Grade 1 for 4-year-olds and older, on the dirt track. Not a large field, but a good field. A bit of a delayed start for Mysterious Trader. Probably should have challenged earlier now I think about it, but I wanted just to let this one run. But it's a bit dangerous. Still a big enough field to get blocked off and enough pace at the front. You don't want to be making up too much after that bend. We're getting into position though on the outside, trying to find a way to make it work. Kit Kat Surprise, Natural Mint Castle, and Butley Alea all in the mix. Normandy Whoople leading us out, and inside now to the final furlong. We outside draw down the home stretch, fighting for the line, coming into first. Kit Kat Surprise just in there with us. Nutramont Castle there. Butley Alayam fallen off, not anywhere to be seen. Kismet Celebrate does get up into fourth, but a solid run from Mysterious Trader. We do take it. Kit Kat Surprise. Well, Paul Buttigieg is upset with us. They would have had the Pegasus and Saudi World Cup winners. But Kit Kat Surprise second and second. Mysterious Trader first and first. Getting the job done and moving more on distance as well. Good run for Trader. 2 out of 2. We will have one more to run, of course. The Dubai World Cup. Oh boy, is that gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. Three-year-olds up next. Not got a ton of confidence in these. Again, I don't know, but I don't think I should be challenging earlier, but I'm going to. Tyson Bloomer's great. Bucker's Opal's very good. Like, if we win this, then we know we're a really good horse. We just don't expect it. We just don't expect it. Turfontaine, South Africa. First of two here today. Easy Red in the horse chestnut. Class 1, Grade 1. 1 mile race for 3-year-olds and older upon the turf track. And the two greatest South Africans are running in this race. Very dangerous. We're near the rail. We get off to a decent start. Red will just kind of sit in behind the leaders if they can. Dropping back a little bit now. Willisio Belch and World's Venture. Pious Blocks up ahead. And Bucker's Opal just in behind Tyson Bloomer. And wouldn't you know it, half a mile from home, nowhere to go, getting pinned against the rail. Now we come out and come alive. But as that killed our race, Tyson Bloomer now kicks on. And you know what? I think we would have had a chance if we weren't blocked off so much. But it doesn't really matter. Because we never got that race that we wanted clean and easy. Not even going to analyze the field here. I don't think it matters. Princess Charlene Empress, Class 1, Grade 1, 3-year-olds, 1 mile on the turf, Turfontaine, South Africa. Decent start on the outside, and we're just going to creep in behind Corsican Belloet. We've got Lambeth Treater outside behind us, Nausicaa Success. Back to Maddie's Pinkerton, and on their outside, Hathamore, Rosina. We're in a solid position, though. We all move out as one. Final couple of furlongs now. We're going to take over the lead down to 1.5. Final furlong, stretching for the line. And here comes the field. Up the inside is Bellaway. Outside us, Success and Pinkerton. Hey, we kept that a lot closer than I thought we would, to be fair. Lingualini with a much better run. But still not a win. And they're going to give third place to Bellaway. I thought we had that. I've got to be honest. That's a disappointment. Short head, short head, and a solid race. And the trip suited perfectly. So challenging earlier, a mile, yeah. I think in general, those two races kind of told me what they needed to tell me. And that's that Easy Red should probably be running at 7 furlong. Whereas Lingualini should be running at 7. Easy Red should be running at a mile outside of South Africa just to test, but possibly a mile 1. And then when you see the stamina bar, you know kind of what's happening there as well. But you could feel it in those races. So 7 furlong, a mile 1. I'm pretty happy now that Soul Speaker has rebounded and won at a mile. So somewhere on a mile. And then Surfer Dude, I'm just not sure on. But we're going to try 7 furlongs. Because it feels 7 furlongs. But I don't know. But have your say, comment section down below. Bit of a weird season so far. Some kind of interesting races. The 4-year-olds stepping up. The 3-year-olds not really there at all. The 2-year-olds look okay. A mysterious trader just headlining everything. Pegasus, Saudi, and next is Dubai. Can we win it all? I don't know. Can we get up to that 140 rating? Possibly over the course of this season. But will we? That's another question. All in all, can we actually get it done when it really, really matters? But hey, it's going to be fun finding out. First couple of seasons in this save were a bit hit and miss. I think we had a real purple patch. Kind of fell away. It feels like we're coming into something a bit more success to come, maybe, from some of these horses. I kind of like where we're moving. We're not there yet, but we have had some fantastic horses. So let me know who's your favorite. Do you think Trader can do it? What's going on with the 3-year-olds? Have your say there. And yeah, if you haven't already, please do like, subscribe, and let me know, because I want to know your thoughts and feelings on it. Check out the playlist on the channel. I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe. All the very best here. And I wish you so much luck in your saves, because I don't feel like I got much here in the start of this season. So if someone's got to get it, why not you?